Hi, I'm Angela Tran, and I am a voice actor. So the sorts of voice acting that I do would entail anything from like commercials to corporate videos to, character stuff like video games and animations. I'm doing a couple in Australia right now that are going to be released. And also I've done, a few animated features and official animes, working remotely with people from the States. I got into voice acting by sheer luck. It didn't really ever cross my radar, because I never thought you could do character work locally here, because we have such a small industry compared to the States, and I was getting pretty bored of the corporate sphere. And I remember at home one day, I think I saw online an ad that was just like, learn video games for voiceover and animation in Sydney, and I was like, what? Like, how is that even possible? So I did the course. One of the guest coaches there, she's a good friend of mine now. Her name is Amy, and she actually was like, well, actually, this is how you practically go about booking some of those like cool character gigs. And then gave me all the resources, gave me so much advice. Honestly, I wouldn't be here where I am today without her. And then, I started doing it while I was working at my old job, just in my spare time. And then I eventually started ramping it up. And then I was just like, yeah, I think I'm ready to just like step away from the field that I had studied and just actually make that leap. Voiceover, in a way, was and wasn't a part of my life before I went into it. I think I kind of like sometimes half-heartedly did some voices and just thought, man, they're really like that's really like uncool, and then just quickly drop it, right? Because I just didn't think that I had the talent for it. But I also was, and still am an actor, so I kind of experienced the sort of acting side of voiceover. And I remember when I had gone into my corporate gig, because I was ready to give up from anything sort of acting or performance related, and then I just kept thinking about it, and then I kept thinking about it, and I kept thinking about it, and it got really, there was just like this yearning, and I was just like, I can't, you know what, I just got to do something. So even before I knew voiceover was something I wanted to get into, there was always that urge to perform. So the way that I would go about creating a voice depends on a few factors. Who is this character? What do they look like? How do they fit in the genre of animation or video game that I'm voicing for? What sort of genre is it? So that's a lot of questions, right, to investigate. And that's a big part of script analysis and character creation. An example, okay, Clementine from The Walking Dead. I look at her part of the journey, right? So you can see her span from, being this naive, scared little kid who's about 9, to this hardened 12-year-old, right? There's a few things that come into it. At the start of a journey, she's going to be meek. She's going to be scared. She's going to be maybe stuttering. She's going to have a higher pitch and be softer spoken. At the end of it, okay, you can pitch her down a little bit, but then the way she's going to speak is calm, hardened, merciless, emotionless, right? Because she's hardened to the amount of vicious that's gone into the world she's in. So that's like a character's journey. The characters that I have done, which are my favorites, would include, one of my favorites is a role I did for an animated feature called New Gods Young Jian. And that was a fully professionally animated CGI film from China, and I got cast to do the official English dub by G Kids, which was really cool. So the character that I was cast as, this super cool, funky little girl who transforms into a dog at will. And what I really loved about that is that it was an excuse for me to act really dog-like in my scenes. There was something really different. The second thing that I think would be my favorite role that I played is, my character was called Joey. And I played a CGI Joey. Yeah. For this film called Joey and Ella, and that was my first animated feature. And that was quite literally my voice, except I pitched it up a bit to sound younger, and I imbued a bit more spunkiness and energy into it.
I think I can remember what my mum smelled like. All I'm getting is wet fur. but that might just be me.
I look back on that fondly because I was like, that was my first, animated character. My advice I would give to anyone who wants to enter the industry, look, it's a bit of a promotional thing, but it does help. Me and a few of my colleagues that have been in the industry for a little while, we've formed a Discord server called Australian Voiceover. And so it's welcome to anyone, and we split into different sections. We offer different services. We provide handy links. It's just a good way to get connected to people that it's a good way to find people that you can ask questions to. And it's supposed to be a welcoming sort of learning environment, because I think we need more Australian voice actors knowledgeable about character work, because there's not enough of us. Other thing is, there are heaps of resources online, and I think it is easy to underestimate how easy it is. There are multiple websites where you can do your own jobs. I would very much advise against websites like Fiverr, though. I don't want you to do like an audiobook for $5. It's ridiculous. But that's the sort of jobs that are on there, right? Or to sell your voice to AI. Just steer clear of those jobs. And as well as that, I would say also temper your expectations. Everyone's journey is different, and you have to expect a lot of rejections. The place I would love to be in 5 years' time. Oh man, I would love to be in LA. I'd love to be in LA and booking Disney or Nickelodeon and stuff. That sort of echelon of jobs that is sort of region locked. And I would love to voice something for Ryan. Or like Arcane. Oh my god. Or Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh my god. But I mean, you never know. Thank you for watching. You can see my socials below, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.